Hi, it's Basil from GreatDad.com, and we are going back and taking a look at the Aerogarden that we got as a gift from my daughter Hadley, who should be sitting here, but she's got better things to do today. And we got this for Christmas, set it up about 2 months ago, and now you can see the whole Aerogarden is sprouting and giving us lots of herbs. So as you recall, we got the Harvest version of the Aerogarden, which retails for about $114 on Amazon. I think you can find that cheaper from time to time. I think it was less than $100 when Hadley got it for me for Christmas. The Aerogarden Harvest comes with 6 pods. So there are these pods, as you recall, that fit, that you place into the water bath in here, and they then sprout the herbs after a amount of time. And I can't really recall how long it took until we first saw the first seedlings, but it was probably within a week we saw the plants starting to come up. In the Harvest Aerogarden, you get 6 pods, as I said. One is thyme, you get a mint, you get one variation of basil, you get a second variation of basil, you get parsley, and you get dill. And this little thing goes up and down. You're supposed to keep it 4 inches above the plants, which maybe is why I'm having some trouble right now getting them to grow more. And you put the water and the plant food in here. And importantly, there's an indicator for those of us who aren't always watching all the time when to put the plant food in. It's every 2 weeks. It comes in a little bottle that looks like this. It's kind of messy, but you just put 2 capfuls in there. It's really easy. More challenging is putting in the water. Not that it's really a big challenge, but for those of us who aren't really into farming, you have to put in a lot of water, like I'd say 5 or 6 cups every week or so to keep this filled. And they're growing in the water, so the water is very, very important. It's not like watering something outdoors. That's all they have to sustain themselves, is the plant food and the water. So after, about a month, we started having enough of these herbs to really get going, and I'm sure we're not doing it as well as we should be. The thyme, you can see, is kind of growing out of control. We haven't used the thyme as much. Hadley's the only one who cooks with the dill, and that's sprouting very healthy. One of the basil plants is doing well. The mint is doing well. We don't use mint as much. I wish there were more parsley. And then in the back, this little basil plant isn't growing very well at all. And I don't know what that's about. This is contrary to what we thought would be the case. We heard that the basil was the thing that really just grows out of control and takes over everything. So you should know that. So the whole thing costs $100. I don't know, amortized over. If you're like we are, we buy cilantro or parsley probably every 2 weeks. That'd be about $4, 26 times a year. Oh, is that possible? I mean, that would come out to $100. The packets of pods for the Aerogarden cost, for a 6-pod package, cost somewhere between $12 and $15. And they have a great thing on the Aerogarden site where you can actually choose which pods you want and choose the herbs you want and mix them and match them. So if you don't like the dill as much, you can have 3 parsleys or whatever. And so that's a great thing. The light, it comes on, I think it's 14 hours a day, and that's important to know because if you live in a 1-room apartment, you're going to have this light that comes on like that every day, and it's a pretty bright light that might keep you up. You should know that the Aerogardens come in anywhere from 3 pod sizes all the way up to 24 pod sizes. And they range from $80 all the way to $600. Some people use these to grow weed. It makes sense. I mean, you got the great light source, you got the water, you got all that stuff. So, look that up if that's what interests you. We're using it for herbs only. And that's about it. I mean, I think we're really happy with it. For people who like to cook a lot and like fresh herbs and don't like to add that to your grocery store list, I think I just looked at the financials it does pay for itself, though though it is a pretty hefty out-of-pocket. But if you do a lot of home cooking and use a lot of herbs, so you always like to have cilantro, parsley, a few things around, and those things go bad, this might be a great solution for you. Okay, Paul Vance with GreatDad.com. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you've got ideas on how better to tend this, I'm sure there are people out there who know better how to do it than I do. Love to hear them. We answer all comments on the website. Take care. Bye.